We are presented by Progressive Insurance. All the head coaching hires have been made in the NFL. Mike Lafleur from the McVay Talent Agency hired to the Arizona Cardinals to be their head coach. It's unbelievable what McVay has done here in terms of the amount of coaches that have come from his coaching tree or off of his staffs. I mean, there's different, maybe origin stories. But, I mean, you're looking at it right now in the NFL. Matt LaFleur, Mike LaFleur, Kevin O'Connell, Liam Cohen, all were offensive coordinators for Sean McVay with the Rams. Or quarterback's coach, however you want to look at it. I mean, it's remarkable. And Mike LaFleur gets the final remaining job, obviously, with the Arizona Cardinals. Not exactly the best job out there because they were in last for a reason. The reason, Smalls, Courtney, is very simply no one knows who the quarterback is going to be. And if the answer is Kyler Murray, no one wants that quarterback, it seems like, as the starting quarterback at that price point. Is Mike LaFleur being set up to fail?
It's funny because we were thinking about pros and cons of each of these head coaching hires. And the con for me when it came to the Arizona Cardinals is that I'm worried the situation will ruin him, that he would be put in a situation to fail. But just going back to what we said about Kubiak and the Raiders, I hope that with the Cardinals, they do exercise patience with LaFleur here. I do hope that they understand the set of circumstances that he's walking into, and they give him time to actually identify who his quarterback is going to be, and then give him time to develop and grow with said quarterback. And as you mentioned, the Sean McVay tree, especially on the offensive side of the ball, pretty good so far in the NFL. So I would take that and run with it if I was the Cardinals. But I'm also a little surprised they went this way, even though eventually they're going to get the quarterback that they want, and they're going to have hopefully the offensive mind in place to grow him. But this is the sixth straight head coach hired by the Cardinals that doesn't have NFL head coaching experience. And I know that
same with the Dolphins. They're doing the same kinds of things.
And I know that there were so many vacancies available that these guys with that pedigree elected to go elsewhere. The Arizona Cardinals were probably not atop of their wish list, so they had to figure out who is left available and how can we hire the best person for the job. But that's the only thing that gives me pause here, is that the Cardinals are going the same route, and I hope that he is put in a position to have success because he's clearly good at his job.
They have the number 3 pick in the draft, so that gives you the hope that you can get somebody who's a game changer, maybe not immediately in this team because they're clearly the last team standing among the teams that fired their head coaches and had to look for new ones for a lot of reasons, not only because the owner is notoriously pretty frugal with what he's willing to spend on coaches, but the state of this roster, the state of the quarterback position, etc. This could be a good job for the long term if, like the Raiders, they're willing to express some patience here. Now, they did for a couple of years with Jonathan Gannon. They did for, a significant amount of time with Cliff Kingsbury. But I worry about being in that division where you've got teams that are set up for the future. We know that Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks are playing in the Super Bowl. The team that they beat on the way to the Super Bowl from their own division, the Los Angeles Rams, right before that, the San Francisco 49ers. So you know that you're going to be fourth and last for a bit until you build this thing the right way. If we can just get these owners to not jump the gun anytime it feels like there's a sense of adversity where you see everybody else doing well in your division, you're wondering why you're not built that same way. Those were long rebuilds. Those were processes that took quite a while to get all of the right pieces, right, of all of the ingredients in the cupboard to be able to make the meal the way that you want to. Arizona can be attractive eventually. It isn't right now, which is the reason that they had to wait this entire cycle, because all of the candidates outside of Mike LaFleur that they were interviewing, Clint Kubiak included in this weekend, they ended up taking jobs elsewhere. So you have to have the self-awareness to know, okay, we were the last pick. We were the last person standing at the dance before somebody asked us to go out into the floor. Have the self-awareness to know that in order to be a team that's going to be able to withstand changes, be able to withstand a quarterback that's coming there that you're going to have to develop. You could get a quarterback at 3. You could get into the Malik Willis, Mac Jones sweepstakes if you want to. They've got the cap space to do that this offseason, but that it's going to take time. And I would just hope that the same patience that was given to Jonathan Gannon initially when he took over that job, which I believe was 3 years, will be the same that's afforded now to Mike LaFleur.
Unsportsmanlike.
Wait a minute! Whoa!
Hot take alert.
Smoking hot!
Go to red alert.
I got a hot take. Courtney, you were right about something. I was wrong about something.
What?
The more I think about this, the Arizona Cardinals should have hired a full-time interim coach for 2 years. They're not ready for a head coach. Ron Rivera should have been the head coach. I'm wrong. I laughed at that thought last week. They should have hired, the first time in NFL history, a full-time interim coach.
Bridge coach?
Yeah. They're not ready for a head coach. We have to publicly acknowledge this. And the only reason I say Ron Rivera is because he's the only experienced head coach that actually interviewed for this job that is kind of at the end. It would have not been fair to Raheem Morris to do that to him. He's still on the way up, even though he's a two-time head coach. I believe that the Arizona Cardinals are not ready for a full-time head coach. And if Mike Lafleur fails, I'm not going to blame him. I don't know if he's good or not. I don't think you're going to be able to tell if he's good or not. They should have actually hired a full-time interim coach and said to Ron Rivera, like Stanford did with Frank Reich, like Stanford did with Frank Reich last year. In the meantime, that's what should have happened here. They're not ready for this. They're not ready for a full-time head coach for years to come. This guy's going to get fired within 2 years. He's not going to have a quarterback. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be a mess. The division is good. Ron Rivera should have been Smalls the full-time interim coach.
Nuno, you want to jump in here?
So we're trying to figure this out back here, Ev. What's your hot take? That Courtney was right?
No, he's saying that they should do
There's
something
never
that no
been-
one's ever done.
Correct,
Like getting
and they
somebody
should
to be like, you're
publicize
just
it.
here for the interim basis.
Yes.
But why would you want to do that to Ron Rivera?
No, you're talking to Ron. We interviewed for, like, I don't like what the Texans did it twice over. I don't like it the way they did it with David Culley and Lovie Smith. I didn't think that was right at all the way they did that. This, I'm saying you would have to do it in partnership or coordinates or Pete Carroll. Do it with somebody in partnership.
What head
with
coach
them.
is going to be like,
I'll
you
sign
think
up for
you
that.
think I'm just good enough to be the bridge guy?
Frank Reich did it last year at Stanford.
Come on, no one
Come
is
on,
going to
what?
want to
So then
sign up
say-
for that.
Well, say to Frank Reich.
Sounds disrespectful to say we only think you're good enough to get. We basically sign
Why
up
didn't
for us
Stanford
to
hire
be
him
bad,
full-time?
to be
Why didn't
bad in
Stanford
building.
hire him full-time?
Because we don't think that you're capable.
No.
Of doing
hey,
it
You're
any
such
other
a
way.
class act, Frank Reich or Ron Rivera, whoever else you want to put out there, right? You are a classy individual. You are the guy that we are going to, Pete Carroll, whoever you want to do, right? We are going to do this in coordinates and in partnership with you. We're not ready for a head coach yet because we don't have a quarterback. You have to deal with this Kyler Murray mess. We got to vet out some of the players here. We're going to give you 5 years within the organization, but 2 years as a head coach. And that's what we're going to do. And you're going to help us find the next guy for the long term. No one else is interviewing you for a head coaching job. We're going to make you the head coach. Frank Reich, why not? Why not?
No one's signing up for it. It's unrealistic. I get where you're
You
going.
get millions of dollars.
I get where you're going with it, Evan, but like everybody wants to find the next innovator, and that's what they think they have in Mike Lafleur.
Yeah, he's the next guy that's going to be fired within 2 years because there's no way that they're going to be successful here. We're on Sportsmanlike.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk.